Okay, so what I would like for you guys to do, let's do a quick update. First and foremost, for those of you guys who are new, we want to welcome you. You can go to myvibe.io or you can go to thevibe.io and learn all about our program. In a nutshell, I want you guys to take notes on this, okay? When someone asks what we do, I need you to type in the chat, okay? Very simple. Vibe is all about you. Everybody type you in the chat. That is it. It is about you. We are in the networking space. We don't necessarily consider ourselves to be your typical network marketing company. We are more of uh, I say, like a university of greatness. We have taken what universities do, which is bring people together to educate them. So everybody type educate in the chat. I taught high school for 17 years. I feel like there's a big problem with our education system. I don't think that we teach kids things that they really truly need to know. A lot of things are archaic, and we need to be educating our young people not just on math and science. I taught English, but we need to educate them. How many of you guys agree with this? Put a one in the chat. We need to educate people on life lessons. Like, did you get a course in high school about financial literacy? Like, why didn't we learn anything about how to balance our checkbooks when that's what we're going to have to do our whole life? I know people don't use checkbooks now, but we need to we need to learn that. I don't get it. We have kids in school. Don't get me started. We have kids going to school for 12 to 13 years, and we have a captive audience of 5 year olds to 18 and 19-year olds for 12 years. For 180 days out of the year, they go to school. And not one time we couldn't figure out how to fit in financial literacy. I don't get it. So years ago, I stopped complaining about it and I said, if they're not going to do it, I'm going to do it. So I taught high school English, but really I taught life. And I was in the principal's office more than the kids. Seriously, I was in trouble all the time, all the time. You guys probably can tell me being in a confined situation where people are telling me what to do. Like, I can follow the rules, but when I feel like something is wrong, like, these kids don't know anything about money, and then we get mad at them, and it's our fault because we didn't teach them. We didn't teach them any life skills, and a lot of these kids were coming from broken homes. So if they don't have mothers and fathers teaching them, guess who's going to teach them? Little Ray Ray on the corner is going to teach them. And that's exactly what was happening. So I lost my best friend to gun violence, shot 9 times, right? Actually, let me take that back. My best friend was shot actually by a police officer 9 times. But um that was eye-opening to me, right? So I started to dig into not the what the outcome is, right? What's the problem really? So I started really uncovering what the problem is. It's lack of education. A lot of these young people are going to get it how they live. They're going to get it out of the mud. I know we have some people on here where you come from gated communities, but listen, when that stuff starts knocking on your door, then everybody wants to holler. That ain't the time to be hollering. We have to figure out, how do we educate our people? So this is how I started. For those of you guys who don't know, my name is Megan Lynch, and I am very much an activist, less of a network marketer. So when I started when I was 19, figuring out that these kids are out here dying in the streets and nobody's educating them, I chose to do it. I started in 2001. So I started a program. I'm sorry, I started in 2008. In 2008, I started a program called SOS, Saving Our Sons. And then I changed it to Saving Ourselves because I realized it's not the kids' fault. It's the parents. It's the adults. We're not teaching them. And then I started saying, well, we can't blame parents because sometimes we are doing the best that we can. Put a 7 in the chat if you guys agree. We are doing the best that we can. And our our young people, they're not even in our presence the majority of the time. So I started to say, how can we be a community again and we stop the blame game, right? We stop blaming each other for the world and we just figure out how to clean it up. So that's what I did. And I very quickly realized that the young people are entrepreneurs. They just have the wrong products, if you know what I mean. They have the wrong influence, right? If you know what I mean. So I went to more funerals than you guys probably could ever imagine. I buried kids that I taught for years. I was like their mother. So to watch them be lowered into the ground when it could have been prevented, I just wasn't willing to continue to play the blame game. I said, listen, let's educate them. So guess what Vibe does? We educate people. We educate the mamas, the daddies, the grandmas, the sons, the daughters. If you guys have young kids who are not 18, let them log into your account and learn. We didn't say that you had to be 18 to learn inside a Vibe. We said you have to be 18 to earn because it's a business, right? So that's what we're doing. I went from teaching high school young people how to survive to teaching them how to thrive, to teaching their mamas and daddies how to go after their hopes and dreams as well. You know why? Because a lot of my kids were changing, their mindsets were changing, then they were going back to their broken homes, and their broken environment was undoing all the stuff that I had already did. Does that make sense, guys? Just put a one in the chat if you understand where I'm coming from. They just undid everything. So I said, how do we do this as a whole? So Reagan and I started Apprentice Minds back in 2015, and it was a virtual space. I'm sorry. It was going to be a physical space where people could come in and they could, learn. It was an entrepreneurial hub where if you like to cook, we were going to build a kitchen in there so you can make your cookies and then sell them. Or if you were a personal trainer, we were going to build a mini gym in there so you can come in and you can do your personal training because I was a personal trainer for volleyball. So we wanted it to be a physical space, but we didn't have the money to do it. Fast forward to network marketing. I got into network marketing and realized I could pay a couple $100s a month. I could build a team, and it afforded me six figures a month. It afforded my 18-year-old son that I refused to lose to the streets 10,000 a month. Why would my son go out there and sell a dime bag of weed when he can be over here with me making 10,000 a month? Do you guys get where I'm coming from? I wasn't even going to talk about this today, but something in my spirit was like, I need to tell you guys what we're really doing. While, strange people online want to say that we're scamming. The only reason why they're saying it is because we're about to change the world. So the enemy is shaking in its boots right now because we're getting ready to change the world. We're getting ready to put education into the homes of everybody because we're virtual now. And the worst that people can do is blow up my Zoom, right? I was born in Oklahoma. And Black Wall Street, they bombed 50 city blocks in Tulsa, Oklahoma, right? The Gap Band is my favorite band. It's my dad's favorite band. And my dad told me, he was like, do you know what GAP stands for? It was the streets in Tulsa, Oklahoma. And it was the first American bombing where they dropped bombs and destroyed all of the neighborhoods, and they were all doing business together. So listen, this isn't a black thing or a white thing or a red thing or a yellow thing. This is a gold, a heart of gold. Like, when are we going to stop blaming each other and just come together and fix the freaking problem? Why are we talking about the problem instead of fixing it? So guess what? I am very much an activist. When I tell you I'm going to change the world, you can think I'm arrogant. No, I'm just ultra confident in the God that I serve. And that's what he put inside of me. If Martin Luther King can do it, now I don't know about Martin Luther King's message, like, not, turn the other cheek. I have a really hard time with that, but God bless him, right? There's a sacrifice though when you put yourself out there, and we know what those sacrifices are. I know Malcolm X was more like by any means necessary. I'm more of a Malcolm X, little bit of Tupac before Digital Underground when he was trying to change the world, before we made Tupac a rapper, when he was supposed to be the leading charge in with the new Black Panther Party. I'm a little bit more like them. I'm very much a Nipsey Hussle where I want to own stuff. But again, Nipsey Hussle died at 33. Well, you know why? Because he was trying to change his neighborhood. He built Vector 90. He was breaking ground on $1 billion opportunity. And he was working with a group out of the country with cryptocurrency. And he was about to change his neighborhood. And guess what, though? He didn't move out of his neighborhood. And one of his own people shot and killed him in his own parking lot. I took a picture there, right? I love Nipsey Hussle, less of the rapper, even though I love his music, but less of the rapper, more of the activist. But he had this message, the marathon continues. Sorry, I know I'm going in, but I need you guys to understand vibe for me is not what vibe is for everybody else. Vibe is the Martin Luther King, I have a dream of all types of people working together. It is the Malcolm X, like by any means necessary. It is the Nipsey Hussle. I'm going to own it because if I own it, they can't take it away from me. So I'm just getting started, right? Vibe is not the end all be all. Vibe is the beginning of a movement. And I don't think people understand that. But guess what? Nobody listens to broke people. They don't. I've been talking like this my whole life, and I got fired. They kicked me out of my school, right? After 17 years of being there because they said, "Listen, we'll write you a good recommendation to go somewhere else because I was bringing too much attention to the broken system." And I'm like, "I will leave when I'm ready." That's what I told him. I will leave when I'm ready. But God said, "Listen, you can't do it here. You got to create your own system." So I am very much going to take over the world with vibe. It's a vibration, it's a movement because you know what we are? Type this in the chat. We are all love, peace, joy, but we are very much activists. My dad used to say, we definitely come from the tribe of Judah. Don't test me, right? Because it is really truly about people not marching around. That time is over. And I'm talking to all the people. I'm talking to all the colors of the people. I'm talking to the people in India. I'm talking to those of you guys in Jamaica. I'm talking to the people in Trinidad and Tobago, Cameroon, the UK. Because guess what? Don't tell me my God's not good because we are already all over the place. This is just our top 25 countries we're in, right? This is our top 25 countries. I'm just looking for people who are tired of picking up a picket sign and marching around all over the place and because guess what they know about people who just march? That you got to go back to work. So eventually you got to put your picket sign back down and got to go back on the plantation. So they just wait for people to have to go back to work. That's, but guess what? My people aren't going to have to go back to work if they don't want to because you should very easily be making six figures a year. Now, listen, I got to give all the disclaimers because I'm not telling you you're going to make $1 million doing nothing. That's why we've spent this time really, truly looking for leaders. I've spent this time looking for leaders. I, I want to talk to people who don't get moved because your credit card got declined once, right? You okay? Then go to the next payment method because trust and believe, like life gets a little bit harder than that. We're going to do way bigger things. We just got to get you guys in the system. So we're going to educate you on Forex, on crypto, on DeFi. You know why? Because it's digital, decentralized currencies, and you got to know what's going on, right? You have to know what's going on. We're also going to give you an opportunity to get your mind right. Rachel's going to come over here and get to the root of things with you guys because a lot of our issues are stemmed from when we were 5 years old and we haven't dealt with those issues. And we think our problem is money, and it's really not. It's not money because we could put money in some people's hands and it would destroy them because they haven't worked on, everybody type this in the chat, self. So guess what? We're going to bring over Justin because Justin is probably the best at only speaking from the word. Justin is going to make you see yourself, right? When I talk to my brother, I got to deal with myself. I can't blame other people. I can't blame, my late father. I can't blame my mom. I can't blame anybody else. I can't blame people, period, because then I'm going to go over to what Jason talks about. And Jason says it's not the blame game. Accountability doesn't mean you have to blame yourself. If you had to, you know, dealt with molestation back when you were 5 or 7, that's not your fault. But when you're 30 and you're 35, now we got to take accountability for how we're dealing with that trauma. Now, are hurt people hurting other people? Do you guys understand how big vibe really is? And I'm just on the education side. I'm just, I'm not even doing the presentation right now. I'm just telling you what my vision is, what Reagan's vision is, what Dre's vision is. It's bigger than just network marketing. Then type this in the chat, everybody. Once we go through the education, this is where we start getting to, these are the 4 pillars of success. This is where we get to the I say community. Go ahead and type community in the chat. This is where we start to say, you know what? We are better together. So why aren't we doing it like Black Wall Street did it? Again, it's not a black or a white thing, but why are we not doing group economics? And group economics is simple to do. You just got to circulate money in your own community. Do you guys understand what I'm saying? Do you know how many days the dollar circulates in an Asian community or in a in even, the Hispanic community? They do business together. Instead of saying, oh, well, they always working together. Yeah, they're always working together. And this isn't a black or a white thing, but the dollar bill doesn't circulate very long in certain communities. And instead of doing things where we say, well, we're going to ban this and we're going to ban that. No, the path of least resistance. If you start banning things and you start saying, we're not going to do business on this day, that is so very negative. I'm not going to get into it because we're in a cancel culture right now and I don't want anybody trying to cancel me. But what I'm saying is, why don't we just focus on the solution and not focus on what we need to stop doing? What do we need to do? Circulate our money together. Damaris, if you have a business, I want to know about it. Vibe is all about like share your business inside the community. If you're a tax consultant, if you do all kind of things out here that could benefit, you're a real estate agent, guess what? We about to make a lot of money. Disclaimer, I know past profits don't predict future gains, but we are. So why am I going to go buy a house from somebody outside of the community? Anybody in here do real estate? Put a 1 in the chat. You know somebody who does real estate? Guess what? We about to buy some land. We might as well buy it from people inside of our ecosystem. It only makes sense. Not only do we do business, right? We're going to allow you to create content over here. So you can show me how to be a loan broker, Marcella. Show me how to do what you do, be a photographer, right? So maybe I want to become a photographer, but I just don't want to spend all my time on TikTok scrolling. I'd rather have somebody from the ecosystem that I know teach me how to do it. That's what we're building. We're just taking people from just scrolling lonely, like on TikTok late at night. Y'all know y'all do it. Scrolling on TikTok, scrolling on Facebook. People get on Facebook just to tell you all the good stuff on their lying half the time. They ain't going to tell you the bad stuff. They got you on Facebook and TikTok thinking that, and our kids, mind you, thinking that the world is all rainbow and bubblegum. And then when life really hits, then our kids don't know how to handle it because they don't know anything but social media. Right? That's what our kids are dealing with right now, guys. I got an 18-year-old and a 23-year-old. Best believe Reagan's got 4 kids. Dre's got his kids. Jason has his kids. Justin, if y'all got kids, they're struggling out here because they're living in a culture that only shows them the rainbows and unicorns half the time. So now they've lost their direction. And then we get mad at them, right? Because we don't get it. But we still understand life before social media. Do you guys understand our kids don't know anything but social media? They don't know I didn't even have a cell phone when I was in high school. We had pagers and I used to call people collect. And when I had to say my name, I'd be like, meet me at the mall. And I'd hang up. That was our phone calls, right? They don't know a world other than social media. So guess what? We're going to take the idea of social media and we're going to put it inside a Vibe in this safe space where people can help them and we can help ourselves. So we have business. We already typed that in our community, right? So we have education, we have community. Type business in the chat for me. We're on our third one. Education, all types of it. And if we don't have it, guess what? We'll go get it. We have community where we're going to work together. We're going to circulate our money together and we're going to make income by supporting the community. Then we have business opportunities. We'll help you start your business, grow your business, expand your business. That's what Vibe does. And then go ahead and put fitness and health in the chat, right? Fitness and health. That's Dre's space. Dre used to be in the fitness space. I got a lot of friends. One of my best friends put the first LA Fitness and expanded it all through California. Obviously, he's balling out of control right now. And but fitness and health is important because you guys know that once your health goes, nothing else matters. It doesn't matter. You could be sitting on $1 million. And I was watching this video and this guy asked this question. He said, um, hey, if I would give you $10 million right now, would you take it? And the guy's like, yeah. How many of you guys, if I were going to give you $10 million right now, you would take it? Just put yes in the chat. If you would take it, if I was going to give you 10 million. But the only stipulation is that you don't get to wake up tomorrow. Yes or no? Would you take the 10 million? No, you absolutely would not take it. So how important is money really? Not that important if it means your health and your life. So we're going to expand Vibe. We're going to get started. We're going to roll this thing out because money talks, right? Would you guys agree? Money talks, and everybody thinks that we're a network marketing company, and really, we're really a change agent for the world. We're really Vibe is kind of like a cover, you know what I mean? Vibe is phenomenal. It's sexy. It's energetic. It's all about people coming together. The compensation plan, you can have it, right? The comp plan will pay you the money. It's a lot of it, but we're not greedy. We sit around and think up ways to give you more money. You know why? Because money's not important to us. But we also understand that money makes the world go round. And we got to be able to pay our bills and buy, but we don't need to make $1 billion while you make nothing. So read the comp plan. You don't have to do a lot, to be honest. Pick a pro membership or a legend membership. If you don't have the money, you need Vibe more than you think you do. If you don't have $160, if you don't have 300, let's just say $300. If you don't have $300 that you need, that you can blow, kind of, that you can put in a business, and I get it, we live all over the world, but that should tell you right there that you need to do something different. Put a 1 in the chat. Do you guys agree? Thank you, Denise, for posting that. That should tell you. It shouldn't be where you go, oh, well, no, I can't even afford it. So I'm going to go do what? What are you going to go do? What you've been doing to get what you've been getting? That doesn't make any sense. Figure it out. You got to figure it out at this point, right? If that means you got to get started where you get started and you got to go to work, you got to go to work. As a rookie, guys, we're going to open up 5 levels of pay. Do you know that's like 900 to 1,000 plus if you fill it up? But if you come in and you stay a rookie at 160 points, it means that you got a pro membership, right? And pro memberships are great. You don't get access to everything. You can't create, right? You can't put your courses in here. But if some of you guys would actually start thinking about creating a course over here, and then let me spotlight you because we have Vibe Spotlight, and 500 people go give you $20, do the math, ladies and gentlemen. It's only $80 difference right here. Most people spend more than $249 a month. If you have a traditional business, you're spending tens of thousands a month. So when you guys are trying to market, because I'm doing a little training right now, but when you're trying to market a pro or a legend, they don't have to work the business. Let them be customers. We're still going to pay you very well if somebody says, I don't want to work the business. I just want to use the product. Great. Now, you're not going to make check matches, so we're going to pay you more on fast start bonuses. Do you guys understand this? If you go get a customer, you're going to run into people who think network marketing is a scam. Oh, it's a scam. Still confused about money. That's what scam stands for. Then don't market the business to them. Just say, listen, you can be a pro member, get educated, learn all these great things. It's $159 a month. Most people are paying that for cell phone bills. Don't get me started about how much my cell phone bill is right now. Most people are talking on the phone instead of utilizing their cell phone to make money. I guarantee you, Warren Buffett doesn't use his cell phone to scroll through social media. I guarantee you, there's not very many people in Bill Gates's phone that's not beneficial to him in some way when it comes to business. It's only people who sit around and waste time. Don't get mad at me. I'm about to make some people mad and they're going to get off this call. I know it. Do you guys realize our iPhones? You realize how much your iPhone costs? More than a pro membership for the year. They just ration it out to you monthly. Do you guys understand? Most people go get an iPhone and it costs more than a pro membership for the whole year. It's about what? This is close to it, right? By the time you pay your cell phone bill, by the time you pay your Netflix bill, by the time you pay all this extra stuff, by the time you go out and have a couple drinks with your friends, go out to eat, go to the Dollar Tree and buy, stuff for Easter, and you buy stuff for Christmas, and you buy stuff for this and for this holiday and for that holiday. And every year they, every month they move you from one holiday to the next, spending money. And then when it comes to having a pro membership, I don't have $159 a month. It's because you spend it on St. Patrick's Day, on Cinco de Mayo, because you spent it, you know, putting big fluffy stuff out in your yard and everything. And I'm not knocking you. Spend your money how you want to spend your money. But I'm just saying, don't tell me you have a cash flow problem, because you don't. You have cash, it's flowing in the wrong direction. So spend the money, people, right? Pro legend. If you want to just bring them in as customers, bring them in. We'll pay you really, really well. If they want to work the business, I want you guys to just bring yourself and we'll open up 5 levels. That's 900 to 1,000 potential a month. If people spill over into your organization, I don't want you guys to be waiting for spillover. I need you to put spillover there. Real leaders spill into their organizations. So if anybody asks you guys, why don't I have 20 people in my downline? Because you didn't put them there. Now, will they potentially spill over? Yes. But fill up your own spots, because the check match is real, right? So here's the thing, guys, so you can understand PCV. Type a 7 in the chat for me, please. That is the most important number. We made this compensation plan so ridiculously simple for everybody because we want to create the right behavior. I don't want to tell you, you got to put 5,000 people in or you don't get to unlock all 10 levels, because that's what other compensation plans and companies do. There are these people running over to this one company, not even going to mention any names, but some leaders, I wouldn't freaking follow them to the corner store. I wouldn't follow them down the block. That's how terrible of leadership they are sometimes, right? You got to follow leaders who stick and stay. You got to follow leaders, ladies and gentlemen, who are going to be there to support you. They're also going to be there to kick you in the butt sometimes if you need it. It's not all rainbows and unicorns. You don't want to join people who just want to make money on you. How many days have I missed since December 17th? Not very many. One, maybe, when my father passed. And even that day, I still did business, right? Because it's the only thing that keeps me sane. So I want you guys to understand, this is simple to do. But you gotta talk like me. Or you got to talk like you and what you believe in. Let me reel it back. I don't need you to be me. I just need you to care enough about something that you can get on here for 37 minutes that I've been on this call and really truly tell people why you're in vibe. You don't need me. I talked to two people yesterday. This is kind of the training, getting you guys ready for Legend tomorrow because some of you guys, I don't know if you can handle me because I'm not going to water myself down, right? I'm not going to shrink so other people don't feel small. I'm going to be as big as I possibly can, and I want to bring all of you guys with me. But here's the thing, for the next 90 days, starting on Sunday, we run for 90 straight days. And you should be knocking out a rank at least. I don't know if you want to do it slow, you can do it every month if you want. I wouldn't because you only need 7 people and we're going to unlock 88,000 positions for you. So if anybody falls in those positions, you don't miss any money because some of you guys are only qualified for 5 levels. But I know good and well because I'm looking at your downline right now that I'm 20 levels deep in your organization, which means you're going to miss money. So how don't you miss money? Freaking go get me 7 people. Put them on the phone with me. Do a 3-way. Some of you guys don't call me because you think I'm busy. I'm working and you're my business. So yes, if you call and I can't get on, I'm going to say 1 second. It'll say 1 sec. That means I'm on a 3-way call or I'm on a Zoom. And I'll say, what do you need? You're going to say, I got a 3-way call for you. Okay, listen, I'll be off in 10 minutes. Tell them I'll be, you know, tell them I'll be there in 10 minutes. If I don't call you back in 5 minutes, call me back. I work. I don't work like normal people. I got goals, right? I want to produce 1,000 millionaires. I'm just waiting to see where my 1,000 people are. So understand this, guys. It's simple. We're not going to add the QGV, the qualifying group volume right now. We're not going to add it for 6 months. Don't worry about it. We're not going to add your CVR, your customer volume for 6 months, but we have to add it because it's illegal to just have business owners. But we want to give you guys a chance to get customers and you don't even know what all of our products are. So we're going to give you time. We're not even going to add let me go back here for a second. We're not even going to add this line max. What company does that? No, none of them except Vibe. We're going to allow you to just meet your PCV, get some product under your belt so you can see what we have so you can be excited as I am. And then we're going to let you unlock the levels. So as you're referring people, listen, it goes up 250 points divided by 500. That's 2 people here. You need 2 people here, 3 people here, 4 people here, 5 here, 6, 7. It's simple math. Maybe have Tony kind of add those numbers on here for you guys. That'll help. Hopefully she's listening. Right? It's simple. In other companies, you need 3 people, active people, to make $1 in most all companies. We didn't do that to you. We need you. And we'll unlock 5 levels. Simple. Easy peasy. Okay? Now, I do want to say this. Check match is where it's at. Yes, you can have people spill into your organization, but listen to this. Do you want to have 10 people spill into your organization and make 10 times $5 if they get a Legend membership? That's $50, right? Or do you want to have 10 people you've personally sponsored who have people fall into their organization? Then you make it money on all of it, plus you match whatever they make. You got to understand, right? Check match is where it's at. You could literally create multiple streams of income just on the check match. You have 10 personals and people fall under them or they put people under them or you help your 10 people make $500 each in the matrix. You're making 5,000 extra. Put a 1 in the chat. Will that help you guys? It's not hard to do, but here's what you can't do. No, let me reel it back, right? Let me reverse. Let me tell you only what you should do. And I need you guys to answer me honestly right now. Before we get to tomorrow, and I give you my 777 checklist, number 1, Let me ask you a question because if you want to launch your business, how many of you guys watch at least 1% of 24 hours? How many of you just just put yes in the chat, right? And I'm going to change it up. Just put yes in the chat if you watch at least 15 minutes of personal development a day. And if and be honest though. Be honest because you're only going to lie to yourself. Are you stopping for just a second and watching a 15-minute, because that's 1% of 24 hours, 15 minutes of something to move you to the next level, right? Now, let me ask you another question. And it's a one or a two, right? One yes, two no. Don't do it yet. Are you watching every day? If you're not where you want to be as a network marketer, as an influencer, are you watching at least some influencer? That Kai Canet or whatever his name is, he's from Haiti. He's the number one streamer. He has streaming university. I just saw him. My son showed him to me. Or Holton Bugs, right? The 10-minute and 31-second video on how to launch a huge network marketing company. Or you've watched Jim Rohn or anybody who's going to tell Stormy Wellington. She's in a company called TLC. I was in that company, didn't make any money, love the products, comp plan. I'll never work a binary, right? But I love watching Stormy Wellington because she pulls no punches. She's the number one Black female network marketer right now. But she's gone through trials and tribulations. Reagan and I interviewed her. I was in a company with her. But listen, she's got a video on how to be the number one recruiter. And she is very much herself and can care less what you think about her. Are you watching networkers? Are you just trying to do network marketing and you don't even know what network marketers do? And here's how I know it, because I talked to two people yesterday, and I'm not going to say their names, but they made me realize I think people are just listening to me, but they're not doing what I'm doing. I asked them, they're like, oh, tell me what to do to get more people. I'm like, well, do you have your own Zoom? No. How many of you guys have your own Zoom? And I'm going to test you tomorrow. Do you have your own Zoom? If the answer is no, how are you communicating with people when we're in a virtual space? When you don't have your own Zoom? And the person said to me, oh, well, I just use other people's Zooms. Well, that's why people don't want to follow you, right? They're not following you because you don't look like the leader yet. Do you have your own Zoom? If the answer is no, go get a Zoom and pay for it. Because when you put people on a free Zoom and your Zoom cuts off after 45 minutes, it's a bad look. You know what I would say? How are they selling $1 million business and they didn't spend $14 on a Zoom? I'm confused. I spend way more than that because I got to hold 1,000 people on here. So I'm just telling you what people think. Do you have your own Zoom? Is the question. If not, you need to get one. Let me ask you guys another question. One for yes, two for no, and be honest. One for yes, two for no, and be honest. Have you launched your business? You. One for yes, two for no. You, not your sponsor, not on Megan Lynch's 1 o'clock call or 8 o'clock call. Not your sponsor got on there and did the presentation for you. One for yes, two for no. Again, listen. Until you stand up and be a leader and you be me to your people, nobody's going to follow you for very long. You know why? Because you don't look like the leader. If somebody else has to do your launch, if somebody else has to get on a Zoom and do it for you, I'm telling you right now, your family members don't want to hear it. The minute that you stand up and say, meet me on my Zoom, I need to talk to you guys. I got to tell you something, and I'm only going to tell you once. So if you miss the call, you miss it. This is how I talk to my family. It's probably why we have 128 of our family members, all of me and Reagan and Dre. Courtney is the COO of Omni, and he's over here. Zia, Tony's whole family. Javid, it's probably why we have 128 of our family members, because we pulls no punches with our family. Meet me on our Zoom and don't be late. That's what we tell our family. But listen, if you're telling your family, hey, meet me on a Zoom because Megan's going to be speaking. Who's Megan? I don't even know who she is. So listen, you got to buck up, buttercups, and you got to do it yourself. You got to do the Zoom. You got to invite your whole family and stop being scared of your uncle and your cousin and invite them to the Zoom and then tell them you don't even have to do a presentation. I'm not even doing a presentation right now. I tell your family, Vibe focuses on the four pillars: business, education, community, fitness, and health. And they have a bomb comp plan where you can make some money if you want, but you don't have to. You can share your business. You can do this. Let me give you my link. Go ahead and sign up for free as a guest, just so I can walk you through the back office. And then guess what? Log into your back office and walk them through it. Say, listen, this is what we have. Wait until our products roll out, and then you guys can really show them. This is the education. This is what you could be. This, you know what I mean? It's that simple, guys. Let me ask you another question. One for yes, two for no. I'm almost done. One for yes, two for no. Do you have a team huddle? I don't care if you signed up one person. Does your one person know what day that you guys meet every week? One for yes, two for no. And be honest, do you have a team huddle? Because y'all know where I am Monday through Friday. You know I'm here at 1. And if I'm late just a little bit, somebody's going to text me, right? My leaders know I meet with them every day, Monday through Friday, usually at 12:30 in the morning. And if I am 1 minute late, Nevin is going to call me and help me out. He's, Megan, hey, oh, thanks, Nevin. Because sometimes I'm just in the flow, in the grind, and I don't even pay attention to what time it is. My team knows when we meet. My 70 leaders, I actually have 81 leaders now. 81 leaders, but 51 of them show up consistently. The other 30 are about to get booted out of my leadership group. Sorry. Anybody else want to be in my leadership group? Because I'm about to make a room if those 30 people don't start showing up every morning when I need them to show up, right? And we show up inside of our Telegram, and I go live in there and I tell them all the stuff I probably don't have any business telling them. But listen, your team has to know when you meet. I don't care if you have one person. How many of you guys go to church on Wednesday Bible study on Wednesdays? Just put me in the chat if you do. Because y'all know Wednesday nights, I know Wednesday night is Bible study. That's why I don't typically do really, really big things on Wednesday nights on here, because my people are at church, right? And I'm gonna have church right here with you guys as well. But listen, you have to have a team huddle. You have to have your own Zoom. You have to launch yourself. And you got to buck up. You got to buck up and posture up on these people. You know why? Because this check match is real. Do you guys know that you can teach 10 people how to make $500 in network marketing? $500 in network marketing should be standard, right? Standard every month. If you guys are not making 500 a month over here, I'm confused. But teach 10 people how to do it. That's an extra 5,000. Plus you got second level. This is a lot of money on 10 people that you teach and teach them to do it. So listen, if you haven't launched your business, do it. Stop waiting, right? And somebody said, well, maybe you can get on there with me. Yeah, I can. But if you got to wait for me, I became me when my sponsor, Robert Dean, back in another company, when Robert wasn't doing my calls anymore. I had to make my own PowerPoints. I had to do my own calls, right? You got it. That's when I became Megan Lynch, for real, the legend maker. I became Megan Lynch when I started doing it myself, and I said, I don't need my sponsor. So I'm waiting for you guys to do that. 160 days later, some of you guys are still only joining my calls with no people. You're still asking me, Megan, how do I do it? I'm showing you. I do 3 ways launch calls, I train, and I posture up on people. I don't do anything else. That's it. I don't know how to teach you to do anything else, but be the best version of you. So I want to show you one last thing, and then I'm going to get off of here because I'm staying true to being off of here in 1 hour. Because I didn't even mean to talk about all this stuff with you guys anyway. But tomorrow I'm going to give you a nice PowerPoint, and I'm going to give you a nice, very short video, and it's going to be a customer video, and there's going to be a VP video. So when you go and launch your business, or you do PS3, peak interest, show the plan, 3-way to close, You can show them a video and I give it to Queen and I say, Queen, watch this video. It's 3 minutes. I'll call you back. Cecilia, listen, are you looking to make some extra money? Or you have a business? Can I support you? Listen, I got a 3 minute video. I need you to watch it. I'm gonna call you back in 3 minutes. Then I call Latoya. Latoya, listen, don't have a lot of time to talk. I'm launching a new business. Can you do me a favor? I'm gonna do a call tonight at 8. I need you to be on it. Can you make it? You can't? Do you have 3 minutes to watch this video? No, you don't. Call me when you have time to make some money. Next. I'm not giving anybody my video who's not going to watch it because I'm not going to chase them. Don't give the video to people who don't watch it right then and there. Bianca, Bianca, listen. I launched this company, 74,000 people coming in 160 countries. We're doing the gosh darn thing. We're going to help a lot of people. Are you looking to potentially make some money? Or maybe I could support you on what you're already doing. Are you interested? You got 3 minutes? Can you watch this video? Great, I'm gonna call you back. She's watching the video. Guess what I'm gonna do? Double back and go to Cecilia. Cecilia, did you finish the video? You didn't. You said you were gonna watch it. Watch it. I'm gonna call you back in 4 minutes. Answer the phone. I'm gonna call the next person. This is how I do people when I launch. I get no's too. I just get them way faster than you do. Some of you guys are still talking to your family. How, Sway? Why are you still talking to them when you should have launched your business a long time ago and and already got your yeses, nos, and maybes from your family a long time ago? All my family who told me no, I haven't talked to them since December 17th and won't. They're just gonna have to see me rolling and pull up in my new car or see me traveling or whatever, and they can catch up with me then. But you guys are still kind of slow dripping, talking to Bob today, talking to Sarah tomorrow, talking to Chris the next day. Too slow. Invite them all to one call. Let me show you lastly what's getting ready to happen. I only have 6 minutes. You guys need to go here, right? And follow directions. Even on credit cards, follow directions because some of you guys pushed the button 6 times and it charged you. Now we were refunding you, but it's going to freak you out if you push the button too many times. So do not, right? You might want to call your bank first and tell them, I'm going to do a charge. It's going to come through as Beam, right? Because that's our system that we're using, right? Um, so you got to tell them first because sometimes they'll tell you, no, we didn't block it. And then they really do block it. I used to work at the bank because you got to talk to this person and that person, and they really do block it. And they got to, so tell them, unblock it, make sure there's not a hold. I got fraud protection. I need you to let this payment go through and then go do the payment. Okay. Only push the button one time. Because if you push it multiple times, things could happen when you do that, right? The most important thing that I wanted to talk about today is on right here. I need you guys to go and read it. It says Megan's Legend Update. Super duper important. How many of you guys are ready to get paid? Just say me in the chat. And then tomorrow, I promise you I'll be structured. I'm going to give you the Legend 777 system, but I had to warm you up today because some of you guys are not going to like me after 90 days because I'm never going to yell at you. I'm just going to tell you the truth, and it's going to hurt your feelings when I tell you the truth. And I'm going to tell it to you in this voice. And I'm never going to try to hurt your feelings, but the truth is going to hurt because if you want to get to Legend, and you don't have a Zoom and you don't have a team huddle, I don't care if you have one person, you need a team huddle. So your one person can turn into 3, who turns into 10, who turns into 20, but you'll never know because you don't have a team huddle. You don't even know if your people are on this call. I know who my leaders are. I'm looking at the chat every day. I know who you guys are, right? I'm just waiting for you to call me and tell me that you're one of my leaders. I'm just waiting for you to call me and say, listen, I'm willing to do whatever it takes. I want to get to Legend. I want to make 6 figures a year. I want to make 6 figures a month. I want to max out my compensation plan over the next 12 to 36 months. I'm willing to do what you're suggesting. I'm just waiting for you guys to call me, and don't call me about support. I'm not good at it, right? We have support for that. I'm just waiting for leaders to call me and say, I want to be one of your leaders. I'm willing to do what it takes. But if you call me and you say, I'm willing to be one of your leaders, but my family, I can't take it. I can't listen to that. It seeps into my subconscious and it makes me feel a certain kind of way. It's the wrong kind of energy. I love you guys. I can't take it though. So if you call me and you say those things, I probably get off the phone pretty fast because how many of you guys know that energy is transferable? Just put a yes in the chat. How many of you know that if your husband or wife walks in the door and they had a bad day, or your boyfriend or girlfriend or your kids or your boss or whoever walks into the room and they're negative and you feel it, it sucks the life out of you because energy is transferable. So I try to lift you guys up. Just put a one in the chat or some sevens in the chat if this call has given you a little bit of life. I try not to get on here and I'm like beating you up. That's not my intention. My intention is to lift you up. It's to educate you. It's to tell you that network marketing is freaking simple. It is simple if you do the basics really well. I only do the basics. I don't care what people think. My feelings don't get hurt when people tell me no, right? I don't, it just doesn't. So, very important what's getting ready to happen. I just updated this. You have to read it. It's super important, okay? Uh-oh. It's my last thing. I don't know what time it is, but I gotta hurry. I'm only 1 minute away. Okay, so Thursday, tomorrow, the matrix will be revealed. I'm so excited, right? The matrix will be revealed, charter member positioning only. Here's why. You're only going to be able to see the people who paid the $25 right now. So if you're brand new, you're not going to be in the matrix yet. Okay. Because you're time stamped. And if I throw you in the matrix right now, it's not going to be fair. We got to give people a chance to actually pay. But I can tell you right now, this is not going to change. I've said it before to you, but we have credit cards now, so I can really say it. The matrix will display only those who secured charter membership. So it's going to look like a sporadic tree, guys, right? It's going to be super like all over the place because Phil the Great, Philo the Great is like 9 levels deep. I know it's like, uh, who is it? Nina Upchurch. And then I know it's like Twan or Carlos is up there, then Nina, then Twanzel, then I know Bobby Buck is there. Then I can go all the way down. I can get down to Hassani, and then Hassani signed up Philo the Great. So it's a sporadic tree. If you don't see any spillover, you should be happy right now because it means you could potentially fill up your spots before the tsunami starts to rain from above. So don't get upset if you don't see spillover. It's actually a good thing for you. Fill up your position so that the spillover has to go under your people. Put a one in the chat if you guys understand that, right? Put a one in the chat. Don't look in there and be like, well, dang, like there's 74,000 people, but not everybody's awake. I think like 15,000 people paid their charter membership out of 75,000. Some people might think that's not good, but how many of you guys would like to have 75,000 people in your downline right now? Or 15,000, sorry, 15,000. I think I did a pretty darn good job on pre-launch. But we have 75,000 people in the system that we have to wake up, which we're getting ready to do, right? But close to 15,000 people fell into the matrix. 200 people got in first because they had the most amount of people to spill over into other people's organizations. So anyone who purchased a charter membership will be visible in the matrix first. Okay. Now let's look. That's tomorrow. Oh my goodness. I cannot wait. But remember, we're still testing, beta testing. We got to make sure everything is right. So when it falls in, you got to be paying attention. You're still a beta tester. This date will not change. Here's why I know it's not going to change, because it was supposed to be tomorrow and I moved it to to Sunday so I can give our programmers even more cushion so that I would not have to move dates again. Put a 2 in the chat if that makes sense. Our original date to cut off prepay was going to be, actually it was supposed to be what's today? 27. It was supposed to be today, but I got Dre to let me move it. And it was supposed to be tomorrow. And I got him to let me move it to Sunday. Only because I don't want to change any more dates. Zero zilch. I don't want to change any dates. So listen, tell your people now, this is important. If they're going to be in the first commission run, they have to choose their membership or their 160 PCV by Sunday, June the 1st at 11:59 p.m. PST. It's the final cutoff for prepaid memberships. Does that mean that at 12:01 nobody else can sign up? No, they still can. They can always sign up, but this is commission run cuts off on this date. Put a 2 in the chat if that makes sense to you guys. Commission cuts off at this time. So if you sign up somebody after this time, are you going to get paid on them? Yes, but not in that bigger commission run. And if you're not active, you won't get paid on the potentially the biggest commission, right? So elevates do not go directly into the matrix because it's only 40 PCV. Now, an elevate who signs up a pro, you go in there because now you have 200 points. And remember, you need to have at least 160 points to unlock 5 levels of matrix, potential matrix pay. Does it mean 5 levels are going to be filled up and you're going to make $1,000? No. It just means if somebody rains from above and falls into those 5 levels that you have, you can still pick up some money. Put a 3 in the chat if that makes sense, guys. Because everybody thinks, oh, I can make $1,000 just for getting a pro membership and I do nothing at all. No, it just means if your sponsor people fall into your downline, which is going to happen, you can get paid on those people if you have 160 PCV at least, but you need 1750. That's 7 people or 6. You get a legend plus 6 people have a legend. You can unlock all 10 levels. That should be everybody's goal. You have to have a Vibe partner kit or you're a customer. We also pay on customers a lot. We pay extra on Fast Start for customers. Why? Because you don't make a check match because they don't fall in the tree. Does that make sense, guys? So I know people were up in arms like, well, why are they paying more for customers? Because we can. Take the money. Be quiet. Take the money. We're paying you more. Why? Because those people don't fall in the tree and you can't make a check match on them, but you still make commission. $3 bills up to $3 will go to you and will roll up to 9 people above you on customers, which means Crystal could sign up, could fall into, let's see, Charles Belton can follow Crystal. You can fall into Charles's downline and get a legend membership, and Charles is going to make $5, right? And so will 9 people above Charles. But Crystal, what if you go get 10 customers who don't fall in the tree and they get a legend membership? That's 10 times $60 plus a $3 bill you're going to get times 10. Plus, that's $30. Plus, it's going to roll up 9 people above you because they don't fall in the tree and you don't make a check match on those people. So we're going to pay you more other places. I know. This is the comp plan I would want to work. I'm only making a comp plan that I would approve. That I would say, heck yeah, I'll work that comp plan all day and make millions of dollars. That's what I would be saying if I were you guys, right? Sunday, listen. Sunday, June the 1st is the final cutoff for prepaying memberships. Final cutoff, last opportunity to prepay for an Elevate Pro or Legend. This is the final chance to be included in the first commission run. After this time, new members must activate in real time to be placed in the matrix. What does that mean? That means that once we get going and I sign up Lydia and Lydia gets a guest account. Here's where I have leverage. I can say, listen, Lydia, I know you want to think about this thing, but people are falling into the matrix in real time now. Do you guys understand that? You have leverage. I can sign up Lydia. You guys can sign up people as a guest for all you want, but you got to tell them, Lydia, if you don't choose a membership or you don't, refer somebody who chooses a membership or whatever, you are not going to fall into the matrix. And there are people who are falling in real time now. That means you're missing positioning every second. Does that make sense? Put a 1 in the chat. I'm almost done, I promise. Does that make sense, guys? You have leverage now. So when somebody gives you the runaround and they say, I'm going to join you Friday or next Friday or Friday after next, it sounds like a Ice Cube movie. No, listen, Melba, here's why you want to get signed up now because Joan just signed up and she's going to fall into the matrix before you if she chooses the pro member or above. So you guys have leverage. But right now, we're letting everybody prepay and everybody's waiting. We're going to wait for somebody who signed up last whenever and they got until Sunday. And if they don't sign up, then their people they signed up will fall in before them. Does that make sense, guys? We're giving people grace, but they don't get any more of it because we got to get to paying people, right? We got to pay people because money talks, money moves people. It just does. So you got to tell your people if you miss the cutoff and you got 10 people who pay their membership and they fall in and you don't, you lose them forever in the matrix. They're still connected to you on fast start bonuses, but you lose them forever in the matrix. You lose them on the check match, you lose them on everything. So people have until Sunday. Wake your people up or they're going to cry in their Fruit Loops. Okay. Monday, June the 2nd. Oh my goodness, we're almost there. Official launch. This is where we're going to release and show you guys the Vibe products. You're going to be able to start going to class. You're going to be able to start going through onboarding and watching the onboarding videos if you want to create content, if you want to create t-shirts and all kind of stuff. You can start going through the onboarding process. You're not just going to throw your t-shirt on the website. That's not how it works. You got to go through the onboarding process so that we can guide you. The matrix view, and then the matrix is going to probably every day you're going to see something new because we're going to have new tools and functions, but we don't want to wait. Is that okay, guys? We don't want to wait until it's perfect. We we just need to give you what you need to see so that you can see how many people are on your levels. You can see what's my wallet dashboard. Show me the money. How much money am I making and where am I making it? That's all I need to know. Where's my money? And who am I getting it from? Because you might look down in your downline and figure out that Ivy is in your downline and Ivy's killing the game and you didn't personally refer her and now you want to get to know Ivy because Ivy's in your downline. So whoever falls in your downline, that becomes your new team, right? Show me the money. Where's the live commission wallet activate? Commissions start calculating in real time. I will tell you this, we're going to be diligent and we're still in pre-launch for about 90 days. Even when we launch, we're in pre-launch for 90 days. Does that make sense, guys? I need your help. You got to be diligent. You got to be looking at stuff. If something doesn't look right, don't be freaking flipping out on me. You need to just say, listen, let me send you a screenshot or screen share. Something might not be right here because it's technology and it's new. That's why we're letting you guys come in because you're willing to help us beta test. You cannot beta test a system without people in it. Matrix activation begins. All non-charter members who are active and who have 160 PCV, that's a pro or a legend, or you have the right PV, right, will be placed into the matrix on this day based on their timestamp. So again, you got to make sure you're activated by 11:59 on Sunday. Do not wait until the last minute, especially if your credit card, something's wrong with it or whatever. You cannot wait to the last minute. Do it now. People who wait to the last minute run the risk of just being SOL, sure out of luck, because we're not waiting anymore. We cannot have people waiting until Sunday who have been with us since December. Okay. And then everybody's going to fall in June 2nd, like Plinko, who have paid and they're going to fall into their respective spots, right? Vibe officially begins, product reveal. Fast start bonuses immediately go. This is wrong right here. This should not say reserve wallet. I'm going to change it. It should say go to your pending wallet, okay? It should go to your pending wallet unless the 7-day hold has already been met because some of you guys paid back on the 10th of May. Okay. So your money will be able to be released right away. Some people who just join right now, we got to give them 7 days because it's by law. We got to give them 7 days just in case they have a stupid attack and say, I don't want to be in the company anymore. I need you to give me my money back, right? We can't pay out yet. But some of you guys, your money's already going to be available. All other commissions first enter the reserve wallet. The reserve wallet is to cover the next month subscription. So let me say this again. This is the wrong word. It should say pending. Okay. Any excess funds move to the pending wallet. Commissions still under the 7-day hold, right? So here's how it works. Let's say that John falls in my downline and he pays his membership today. That $5 that he gets for his legend is going to roll up to a pending wallet, right? Or a reserve wallet to pay my next month's membership. But it's not going to be able to be touched for 7 days. After 7 days, it falls into the commission wallet, which means you can withdraw it. Okay. First commission withdrawals Monday, June the 2nd. That is a Monday. We have 2 withdrawal dates, and we showed this to you guys on, if you look right here, Vibe commission plan. Oh, I'm 13 minutes over. Shame. Okay. You can take a look at this right here on the withdrawal dates. You can request your money on Mondays and Thursdays by 11:59 p.m. PST, and it pays out on these days, and then you can move it where you want it to go. Okay? That's how that part works. Oh, too many screens open. Okay, last thing. Close. Okay. So withdrawal access begins Monday, June 2nd. Processing and approval time. All withdrawals will be processed and approved by Thursday, June the 5th. That's where that one screen was that I was showing you guys. See, when you request money on a Monday, it pays out on a Thursday. You request it on a Thursday, it pays out on Tuesday. This is great because what if all of your money falls out of the 7-day hold on Tuesday? You don't want to have to wait a whole nother Monday and then a Thursday. That would suck. You don't want to do that, right? So we gave you 2 request days. So now you got money that falls out on Tuesday. Great. I can still request it on Thursday and get paid out on a Tuesday. So this is huge right here. This is a huge selling point. All right. Well, I think that was last thing. Processing and approval time, all withdrawals will be processed and approved by Thursday, June the 5th. So you guys can find this again on myvibe.io right here, Vibe Compensation Plan, and then under Megan Lynch's updates. We are finally here. So I'm excited for you guys. I'm going to release you from this hour and 15-minute rant that I had. I will also upload this training, and I'm sure you have some people who need to hear it. Right. I will be way more structured with my PowerPoint tomorrow, I promise. And I'll have the videos you guys need to run the Legend 777 system because we're going to run it for 90 days. We're going to do the same thing, wax on, wax off like Karate Kid. We're going to max out this matrix, or listen, get to the 7th level. Duplicate 3 5 to 7 times. I promise you won't be mad at me. Do the math on it. I promise you won't be mad at me, right? The first thing that you should always do in business is make sure you can cover your monthly membership. That's the first milestone. Did I make at least $250, $270, $300? Did I make at least $300 this month so that my membership is paid for every month? Then now let's get into, am I making profits? Okay. That's where really we should be. But if you run hard with me, that should not be a problem, right? But you got to not, you can't get your feelings hurt real easy because we run hard, okay? We run hard. I'll never disrespect you, but I will push you beyond belief. So I love you guys very much. Thank you so much. Peace and blessings. I'll upload this to the Telegram, and I will see you back here at 8 o'clock. I am going to do a quick presentation, a very quick training. We're going to keep it from 8 to 8:30 so that you guys can go and wake your people up and start to do the things that I tell you to implement. Okay? All right. I will see you guys later. Hopefully you got something out of this training today. See ya.